Okay, here we are with the latest acquisition. It was a Christmas gift, or a combination of funds from Christmas that purchased this nice brand new Hangar 9 BF 109 F-2 60 size Messerschmitt. This is an awesome aircraft. I think I'm going to go with gasoline. The 15 size Evolution pumped carb gasoline motor is what I plan to put on this, as well as the electric retracts with struts, which are ordered right now, but they're on back order. I'm going to be using my DX8 to fly it. I'm using the Spectrum A5030 mini digital servos for the wings. That's what's called for. So there's actually 6 of them, 2 for the ailerons and 2 for each set of flaps. As you can see, I've got the flaps started here. This is my right inner and my right outer flap on here, and my left inner and my left outer flap. They've already been centered. I'm doing something a little different here. I'm using the Spectrum TM1000 telemetry as I did in my previous models. But what I've done is I've heard good things about these lemon receivers. Such a terrible name for a good receiver. What I've done is I've actually bound this lemon, and this is actually the bind plug area. I've bound the receiver. This is a 10-channel receiver, so I'll only be able to use 9 channels, or 8 channels, but I can also use one to drive power through the aux3 or aux4 will be my aux4 or aux5, sorry, will be my my power input. But I'll be able to use all 8 channels from my Spectrum transmitter on this receiver, as well as telemetry. I use this to bind it first to the DX8 on a separate channel that I set up for it, and then after doing that, took the bind plug out, inserted the telemetry plug into the bind data part, and I bound it with the satellite in first of all, and then using the normal binding procedure for telemetry, powered it up while holding in the little pin in there with the telemetry tool that comes with it. Puts the whole thing into bind mode again, rebound it again. Now I'm getting telemetry through the data bind port that comes through on the lemon receiver. Looks like it's working just fine. Actually, I'm shocked. I thought $120, I think, Canadian for the 8-channel receivers up here, delivered in the hobby store. I think this is about $12. And I think by the time you ship it and everything, it's probably closer to 20, 15, 20 with conversion and stuff being what it is. So that is promising to be really good. It's about a 10-inch long satellite extension as well. So that's really quite impressive. I think that should give you lots of separation for your satellite receiver. Should be not a problem at all. Got a couple other things from Hobby King here, a new stopper. It'll just, drill. It'll be going to a 2-hole because I'm going to be using an enclosed gas without a pump carb. And then probably going to paint this to match the brown or the green or whatever is appropriate, depending on where I insert it on here. It's one of those dual battery switch on and off, so I can have the two batteries, one for flight and one's going to be for your receiver, and one's going to be for your ignition. I'm using Life batteries. These are Turnigy Nanotech 1700 Life batteries, and they worked really well on my Spitfire. My Spitfire is using the 20cc gas motor, but it could easily have used the 15 as well. So I'm really enjoying flying that on gas. So I've got one for ignition and one for the receiver pack. So I'll run one through each, be able to turn them off and on externally when I'm ready. Just got some shielding cable just in case I need it. I just had it anyway. I had extra weight to throw into the package, and some of those little clamps for your fuel line. So this is for running the fuel line through the front of the cowl so you don't burn it all up. And that's pretty well everything that I've got so far. Like I say, the retracts are on order. They're back ordered right now, so I figure another 3-4 weeks I should be able to get those in, and then I'm going to have the motor by the time I'm ready to fly. I'll order my motor and my propellers, etc., and we should be good to go. Now I'll open it up and have a look at it. Okay, so I've just popped open the box here. As you can see, the wings all come with plastic covering on them. The pin hinges on the flaps are installed, but they're just sitting in there loose. They're not actually glued in. You're gonna have to glue them in. So there's a servo tray here for your inner and your outer flap servos, and another one over here, which is going to be for your aileron. Okay, so probably a little easier to see things now. You can see that there's your control horn for the inner flap, or for the outer flap. It's going to come down actually through the inside, which is kind of really cool. Same thing going to happen with these flaps here. They're going to actually install through here. This will mount on top, and you won't actually see any of the arms here. The only arms you're going to see are going to be on the outside, on the ailerons, which is quite cool. And I don't know if you can see the indentation, but it's all ready to go underneath there. You just got to cut it and you'll be built. Just cut inside of that, the edge of it, fold that covering down and glue it with your with a sealing iron, and this just absolutely beautifully scaled up looking wing with all the nice little markings on it. This is just a beautiful piece of work, it really is. And the other wing is exactly the same. It comes with this is of course your rudder. Again, they've got the panel lines drawn right onto the actual covering, so your covering is actually really quite detailed looking. We'll pop some more out here. Okay, so here is your instrument panel that goes inside on the edge of the dash, and here are the decals for the outside to make it out. Here's a closer look at the rudder. It uses the normal CA hinges that we're all used to from normal things. And here is your horizontal stabilizer along with elevators. Those again are 3 CA hinged things there. But again, just look at the detail. Isn't that a beautiful piece of work? I'm really impressed with that. And they give you some extra covering as well, different colors, so you can cut it in if you got to do any patching. Okay, so this is the main fuselage. As you can see, it is just an absolute thing of beauty. It really does look nice. It's comes beautifully covered. Just an amazing quality. You can see from underneath you're going to have tons of room in here for all your different pieces of electronics, your fuel tank, etc., all that kind of stuff. Let me just grab this hatch and see if I can get it open for you. Okay, so the hatch is just a simple two pins at the front, 2 dowels, and a couple of rare earth magnets at the back. Comes off very easy. This is comes with all you need to do to actually run it with glow, with gas, or with electric. Tubing is there. It's already built in the frame as it should be. Your battery tray actually sits up front here if you're going to be running a battery, and screws down with 2 little screws. So you pull the tray out, put a new battery, slide it back in, screw it down between flights if you're going to be running electric. And this would be a Power 60 400 kV 6 cell 5000 milliamp battery. Use an 80 or 100 watt or 80 or 100 amp speed controls. But I'm gonna, like I say, I think I'm gonna go with the 2-stroke Evolution 15cc gas motor. So well put together. I can't see anything that looks like it has been poorly glued or anything like that. It's going to be just a beautiful plane to build. I can't wait. Okay, here's the rest of the stuff. See, it comes with a kind of template here for either the Evolution 61 or the SATA 125 or the Power 60. And again, I'm going to be using the gas motor. So here's the Power 60. See the different sides show different mounts here, right? This is the power for the electric box. The rest are just drill plates. Comes with a bag full of things here. This is your mounting rails for your gas or glow engines, your motors. It comes with your spinner back plate and your spinner, and the gas tank that is set up for a glow fuel, not gasoline, but glow. If you're going to be using gas, which I am, that stopper has to come out, and you have to put in a gasoline friendly stopper, like this, not a black one, but one of these red ones, because the gas will eat it up otherwise. And you can't use the fuel line that they come with, or the clunks or anything else. So you're going to need your own things. This has all the things like, the control horns and everything else in there. So there's control horns, all that kind of stuff that's in there. Here's your canopy. Here's your blister packs for your exhaust. And of course your wheel covers, your fairings. This is your engine scoop for underneath. And a blister, your radiator scoop for your supercharger on the side. And of course the actual cowl itself, fiberglass cowl. And then of course ancillary control rods, the carbon fiber rod for the wings, etc. Okay, that's it. She's all there, so we'll look forward to the build.